Hey, everybody. I know. Something new today. Believe it? We need to update a thing. Not that. This one. Since we finished Gal Guardians the other day, we don't know what we're going to stream next, so we'll find that out tomorrow. I've got the list of games. I got to download the trailers, make a thing. So tomorrow, when we stream, we'll do just some whatever, and we'll talk about it. Also, thank you for Devlin for subscribing on YouTube. Appreciate that. Welcome to the abattoir of entertainment. So we're not doing website work because the website's done. Everything's been moved. I've got some formatting stuff to update, but the website's done. Everything is available there now. Terribly exciting. Excuse me. I'm having a rough morning. Power went out last night, about 10:30. Don't know when it came back on. Check my list here. We did that. We did that. We did that. We did that. Did all that. Perfect. Okay. So because the website is done, let's see. I don't need that anymore. Because the website is done, we no longer need to do Sunday morning website work. So now, I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep doing this or not. I kind of enjoy it. I kind of do. So we're going to keep doing it. How about that? Let's create a new world. Let's call it One Sunday Morning. Like that Wilco song that I really like. Advanced. Sure. TNT, why would you not want it to explode? Kind of its job. Just if you want something that's not going to explode, don't use TNT. Required sleeping players. Skip. Yeah, that's fine. Blocks explode. Respawn radius. Let's go 6 chunks. We can handle it. Oh, oops. I thought I said to lock those. I did say to lock those. Why do you keep hiding my chat, OBS? Do. Educational features. No. Yes. That's fine. Nah. Village. Balancing. Becoming creature features. Creature property is adjustable. Fog creator features. Sorry. Sure. I used to play this a lot. If you're new to here, not like some of these people like oh, the only one I can really think of offhand is BOO. Never played like he played, but I played. Ooh, I feel all wibbly wobbly. Why do I feel so wibbly wobbly? You know what? Hold on. I've had that on before. I thought, oh, this is going to be nice. Then I hated it. That's better. So since last I really sunk any time into this, we've got some new lighting effects, which are just the bee's knees. This wouldn't be too bad, but it means we gotta swim to go anywhere or do anything. But there's coal right there. Iron. Duck. I duck. Yeah, this isn't terrible, but it also kind of sucks. I mean, we could terraform this whole thing. Wouldn't that be exciting? So, yeah, I used to play this a bunch. Not just streaming it, but played it. I had, at one point, like 100-something episodes of Minecraft, you know, across various different worlds, because something had happened, and I'd lose one, or the computer would die, and then I would be upset. You know, I'm never playing again. Games are stupid. And then I'd, you know, 3 months later come back. That's just how I roll. Oh, yeah, we have a chest. I forgot. Oh, sweet. Chest fish. We have an axe, so let's take that. Let's use these leaves to get rid of this. It's so much faster than anything else. Leaves are the best way. I have a new keyboard, and it's very clicky-clacky. So if it gets kind of obnoxious, I don't know what to tell you. I've got a video, a quote-unquote unboxing about said keyboard coming out later. Because Scarlett demanded I do one. He said he'd keep being my friend if I didn't. So I had to hurry and get one done. I had this, it was a Redragon. Because it doesn't say Red Dragon, it says Redragon. I don't even know how it's supposed to be pronounced. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly or incorrectly anyway. And it was fine. Like, I had a couple things from them, and it was great, and I liked it. So I'm like, when I need a new one, because I found this Alltech Lansing one that was pretty good, but the keycaps were horrible, and after like 4 months, I'd wore off all the letters on the keyboard, which, you know, it's not the end of the world, but it's embarrassing. You know, people come over and they see that, and they judge you. Horribly sometimes. Anyway, so I bought this Redragon one. Much better build quality. Everything about it's great, except some of you know this, some of you don't. I had an injury in 2008, which is why I started doing Let's Plays, because I was just home all day, couldn't go to work. I was on such a restrictive duty because I had, you know, it was rough. Long story short, I nearly lost the index finger on my right hand. Okay, that's how that happened. And so, like, I just sat at home and I played video games a lot. What am I doing? This is what I should be doing. And long story short, I don't have any feeling in the last joint of my index finger on my right hand. So, unfortunately, I can't, this Altic Lance, or not the Altic, the Redragon, couldn't feel the little nubby thing on the home key, on the J, so I never really knew where my hands were. So my typing was atrocious, like worse than normal. It's just bad. It's a great keyboard. You know, the lights were good. If you're into that kind of thing. I'm really not. Don't really have a preference, but it was, you know, nice to, I guess, see where the desk was when I walked in and the lights in the room were turned off. You know, just in case it moved or something while I wasn't looking. But anyway, it just, you know, I stuck with it for like a year. Thought, I'll get this, I'll figure it out, and then it never came to fruition that I could type again. So, I was looking for one, and I found one, and this is the 8-bit do something something, and it's NES themed. So, no RGB lights. It'll do Bluetooth or straight wireless, or plugged in, obviously. Too bad. This island would not be terrible if it wasn't so much stone. So we could fix that, but how much time do I want to put into terraforming? Come on, Elon. It's 2026. We were supposed to be living on Mars a year ago. Idiot. Let's see, shithead. I said it. Say it again. Say it to his face. Say it to his dad's face. His dad's one too. Anyway, is very nice. It's very heavy. It's very chunky. It feels kind of like what I haven't had one in front of my face in a very long time, but like the old the IBM or Tandy keyboards that had the big curled up cable on them. We're talking like pre-PS2 era jacks. It's just nice. It just feels really good. And I hope so, because it was kind of expensive. I've always been the kind of person who's, you know, some would say thrifty. They would be wrong. I'm cheap. Let's not browbeat a dead horse. That's a phrase. I'm sure the appropriate one. There's a ton of coal here. I've always been one who's like, why would you need to spend that much money on this kind of a thing? And then now I'm also kind of in a situation in my life where it's okay for me to do that a little more. So, you know, I don't want to say I'm coming around to the idea that spending money excessively is a good thing. I'm not, but I'm to the point where, you know, I'm more okay with a larger one-time purchase as opposed to several smaller purchases over the course of time. And that goes with a lot of things. Shoes, I think, was the big one for me. I think that's really what changed my life. Because your old pal Jason, he used to be a Payless guy. Ain't no shame in that game. Ain't no shame in my Payless game. Yes, cow. I understand and obey. But then I got to the point like I did so much walking at work that it was like every 4 months, like I had to go buy new shoes, and it was getting expensive. And you know, Payless shoes is cheap, but still, shoes ain't cheap. So I hit up like a different different store, and like, God, $80 for a pair of shoes. I don't know. But then I only had to buy that $80 pair once a year, and I'm like, oh, and my feet felt better. Things were just better overall. After that, look at that shadow. Look at that shadow. Look at that angular. I almost said human being, but I don't think that's correct. So anyway, I've taken that same mindset and applied it to PC peripherals, cookware, something else. There's still some things like I'm not going to spend that kind of money on that kind of thing. Like my desk here. My desk here is not an expensive desk. It came from Wayfair. My chair is not an expensive chair. The mouse I've got is still a Redragon. We hang out in here for the night? Yeah, let's hang out in here for the night. Need some dirt. So, yeah, I'm just gonna spend the money. And the Redragon one, the keyboard I'm replacing, was not a cheap one, but just feature-wise, it wasn't doing the job. Well, I shouldn't even say that. Feature-wise, it was doing the job. It's just that'll work. Usability did not jive for me. So, not trying to talk anybody out of buying one if they want one. If you do, you should totally get one because it was fine. Just saying, for me, did not. Oh, that timing was nice. It did not do the job. All right, what the hell do we want to do with all this crap? Our level's 3/4 map. That's great. That's perfect. Let's go ahead and use up that. We got more than one stack of coal. That's great. Okay. Let's make a sward. Organize here. Do like that we got melon seeds right off the bat. That's always handy. And there. We'll just wait for daytime. Then we'll get off of this rock. We'll explore. Ooh, spooky music. Oh, I think the Minecraft soundtrack is oft overlooked for how good it really is. It's evolved quite a bit since the game first started. You know, those first songs were really, really good. And I get real excited when I hear one because I'm like, oh, I remember that from 40 years ago when I first started playing Minecraft. It was amazing. You know, things like that. But then there's new ones that pop up. I'm like, oh, that's really nice too. It's a different vibe. But it's still good. You know what I'm saying? I have to check in with my Finch. Hold on. What are we doing today, Noodles? Get ready for the week ahead. How satisfied am I with my effort? Oh, that's 3 out of 5. What have I felt good? Well, I did get a project done. So we'll say productivity. What would I like to put a little more focus onto this week? I want to eat healthier because I have been a slob lately. Should I limit sugary drinks that I really don't have any of? No. Savor each bite of my meal? Well, I don't always have time for that, Noodles. I'm sorry. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but a story about that later. Let's eat an extra serving of fruits and vegetables. I'm ready. I'm ready, Noodles. You and me, we got this. I do recommend just, you know, it's a small thing, but I feel like my overall mental health is better because I've been doing this. And, I don't have, like, bad times, good times. I've had to learn how to explain this to people over the last year. Like, oh, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. Oh, what's wrong? Nothing, I'm fine. Oh, well, it just doesn't sound like you're okay. Oh, how are you? I'm all right. Oh, no, what can I do to make it better? What's all right means all is right. What is the problem? So, I've had to learn how to explain myself. And imagine you got a scale and it's 0 to 10, right? And 0 is, call somebody, and 10 is, sugar high and amphetamines at the same time. And some people, they shift widely. They'll go from like a 2 to a 9, and that's their range of emotion, their range of goodness, right? Your old pal Jason, he's like a 5 to 7. That's his range. So 7 is really good for your old pal Jason, and 5 is not so great. Finch has helped me maintain my 6s and 7s a little better. I still get 5s. And occasionally I get a 4.5, and occasionally I get a 7.5. But mostly I stay in my 5, 6, 7 range. And, it's... You're using a Tamagotchi. You're caring for a Tamagotchi as a stand-in for caring for yourself. And it's helpful. It's nice. I'm glad I do it. I encourage everybody to do it. It's on your phones. It's called Finch. Anyway. Every morning we talk, and then Noodles, my Finch, goes out on an adventure and comes back and asks me something, and then we talk about it. Quote unquote, we talk about it, And it's not difficult things. It's like brush your teeth, wash your face, have some water, take a stretch break. It's stuff that you're probably already doing anyway, but it attaches a reward to it, which makes it more, I don't know, it incentivizes it through positive reinforcement, which I'm a big believer of. You know what we could do? Do we have enough to make a boat? I think we have enough to make a boat. I don't remember what a boat requires. I do have enough to make a boat. I didn't see boat on our list of craftables, so I was confused. Because boat's not on my list of craftables. Hell game. Noise sounds like a cow breathing in and out. Always confuses me. Anyway. Sven, I didn't see your thing. Why didn't I see your thing? I should have seen your thing. Sorry, Sven. Howdy and sayonara. Can only hop in here for a second. Got a bus to catch. Appreciate the videos. Be safe. Thanks, Sven. Appreciate that. You as well. Good luck with the public transit. Do you have a quarter for the bus? That's one thing I appreciate, guys like Sven and everybody who's like, or Seven, excuse me, not Sven. It's early. Shut up. I'm tired. I can't read anyway, but it's early and I'm tired. You don't have to do that. I appreciate that you did it, though. Thank you. I hope it's a good day for you. I'm sure we'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when. But I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Ooh. This is a great starting location. Maybe we should just come out here and just tear down the whole thing. Take that, nature. All right, where the hell should we go? This way. I have noticed, and as I said, it's been a while since I've really sunk a lot of time into Minecraft here, but I have noticed that the worlds are looking a little different. Like this. See this? I just want this. And then back in the boat. And what I mean by that is, I've noticed some of the biomes are looking a little different. They seem to be, I don't know, larger and more dense, I guess is a way to say it. Where's my map? You should probably have that handy. For example, there have been times when I've started and, I'll run around for 5-10 minutes, sometimes 2 or 3 in-game days, just trying to find a good spot to start, because where I spawn in is like where we just were. I'm on a rock in the middle of nowhere, the middle of the ocean, no resources at all nearby, or I'm in a spot that is so hilly that there's no good opportunity, no good location to set up and start building on, and things like that. Like this, there's tons of trees. We got a big old mountain up there. Looks like we're in between 2 different kinds of biomes, but it's just cliff. Then we got itty bitty little land formations out here. And I always, I never know where to start, when to start. Like, do I want to do a typical, like, house thing, like I usually do? Do I want to do a tree house like we did that one time? Do I want to hollow out a mountain and do a cave kind of thing like that? Like, there's a hole right there. Tons of coal around here. Did I hear a dolphin? I did hear a dolphin. Hi, dolphin. I want to, like, there might be okay. But I don't want it to be a big hassle to get back down to the water, you know? That's okay, but the same problem as where we spawn. There's like no dirt. This looks all right. We'll come over here. Got those weird acai trees by the look of it, though. I mean, that's fine. We can do something with this. Other times I play, I find myself spawned like right in between like 4 villages. Ridiculous. Right up here's okay. We've got all that we can go. There looks to be a cave right there. Yeah. Yeah. Spot here. I haven't used the default texture pack in ages. I wonder if BD Craft has got the lighting effects on it yet. If it does, we'll switch back to that because that is my favorite. I really like BD Craft. I think it's great. But I kind of like the lighting effects more, you know? And there's water in there. We don't want to mess with that. So let's... Let's do that. All that water right underneath us concerns me, but I think we can go over there and we'll be fine. All right. Get this grass out of here. If only I had a bucket. Get some water and do this a lot quicker, but I don't have a bucket, so old-fashioned way. I'm just gonna pull weeds. Oh no, we've been discovered. Cheap viewers at streamboo.com remove the space. Lord have mercy. All right, we'll just do a real quick rough out here. Oops. All right. I can work with that. Let's all go and take care of this guy real quick. Possible van evader, even. Van. You know, we, from time to time, do talk about our good friend, patron saint of streaming, Bill. Bill's been having a bit of a time, ladies and gentlemen. I think we all need to come together and really send him all the love and support we can. He had that interview he did with that Asmongold guy who...
And it's like,
ah!
people need to get a life, dude. You know what I'm saying?
You're not wrong, whoever that was, wherever that came from. I don't have an alert for that. Figure out where that came from. Perfect timing though. So he had this interview with this Asmongold guy, and I don't know anything about Asmongold, other than he interviewed Phil, and I guess he bleeds a lot. I don't know. All my information is secondhand because I don't care. Oh, hello. That would be why I don't think I have a thing set up on my alerts on that for Kick. Thank you. How are you? Well, our good buddy Phil. I'm not gonna have to do goals anymore. I'm not gonna have to do this. I'm not gonna have to do that. And it lasted about 2 weeks, which is longer than anybody expected. But anyway, he's down on his luck because he still needs your money, and it would be great if you could give it to him. What a guy. What a guy he is. Hey, Tank. Happy New Year, buddy. Oh, it's going fine. How are you? Need to look in to see why that alert didn't play. Or Rhiannon. I mean, the audio played, but there's supposed to be a pop-up. That ain't right. Oh, what am I doing? That. Give me some of that. Give me some of that. I forget how to do everything in this stupid game. Pretty close. Oh, no problem. I am doing good, man. How are you? Get you some headphones, pal. That'll solve that problem. Probably not, but you know. You've probably got a good set of headphones. What with your music creation career and all, I would be surprised if you didn't. Give me a door. Door. Stupid door for my stupid house. It's so stupid. Where do we want the door to be? That's a good question. Whoop. That's a good question, Mega Man. I think we'll wait on the door. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Why is this not showing up? The chat should be showing up. Oh, I see why the chat's not showing up. That doesn't go in there. It goes there. This is supposed to go there. Not in there. There. That's better. Sorry. Sometimes when I move stuff around, it goes in folders, and it doesn't need to go in folders. When did I start playing Minecraft? Originally, 2008. Recently, about 45 minutes ago. So, hold on. We're gonna do this real quick. Because god damn it, someone followed and they get a thing for that.
Peeps, appreciate that. That's most definitely what's up.
There we go. Hope it was worth the wait. Thanks, Cobes. Appreciate it, pal. Sorry, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. All my overlays are in a folder at the very top of my sources list, and when I put Minecraft in, I want it under the overlays. So I click it and drag it, and it goes in the folder, and that just screws everything up. No, I think I started playing Minecraft. It wasn't 2008, but it was a long time ago. Maybe a year after it had very first come out when it was still free. And it was one of those, you know, I guess I'll give it a try. It can't be that terrible, right? I'll try it and see. And then I played it. Wow, I think I missed. This is a terrible shot, buddy. I sat down and I played it. I was like, oh, this is strange. This is weird. I don't know. What is that? Is that a cow? Is that a duck? I don't get it. And then I looked up at the clock again and like 7 hours had passed. It was a lot. It was a lot. And I thought, oh, wow, this is dangerous. This is a dangerous game. If I can lose track of a whole day. Maybe the dog can fix your laptop. Maybe the dog has something to do with it. I'd blame the dog. I hate setting up overlays. I think it's annoying. But, you know, it's kind of if you do it once and it works, you can kind of leave it alone. I've had to redo a lot of them. My problem is you almost have to be online streaming to test them, and I think that does not good content to make. Of course, I don't make good content, so why should I care? We can make a shield now, can't we? Shield would be nice. Make a shield? We can make a shield. There. Now I don't feel so naked. I had speaking of dogs and jumping on laptops and all that, I had an old laptop and one of my cats jumped up on my lap while I was using it and panicked because like, oh no, there's a thing here now. And that's interesting. Why is that like that? That's a little better. That was weird. And when the cat finished its little panic and had jumped down, there were 3 keycaps laying on the ground. That laptop was never the same again. What kind of laptop is it, if I may ask? You obviously are under no obligation to answer any of my questions. This is not an interrogation. You do not need legal representation, and you can leave at any time. I say you shouldn't have to look very hard. It should be like right there. Huh. I know next to nothing about Asus or Asus, however you pronounce it stuff. I know I have an external CD DVD burner thing that they made that's been okay. I think I've got a USB 4-port thing that they made that's pretty okay. I don't know if they're as well respected as they used to be. I don't know. I know next to nothing. I'm just glad you didn't say, oh, it's an HP. If you would have said that, we would have been in trouble. I don't get it, Stream Hub World. I don't get it at all. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Did I not make 2 shovels? Could have swore I made 2 shovels. I'm crazy. Still need to figure out where the hell we're going to put this door. That's not great. That's not great. A golden duck. Maybe he's full of golden eggs. A golden cow. Maybe it's full of golden milk. Put the door there. We've got this little... Yeah, we'll go over here. See, I've never... And this is not a slight on you, Tank. Like, we don't really have, like, computer shops out here. So, anything that needs doing, you're kind of on your own. The laptops, I've got no clue, man. I gave up on laptops a long time ago. Would I like many viewers? Come in, botsitster.com. Well, how can I say no to an offer like that? Oops, misclicked. Silly me, Butterfingers. All right, we need another shovel. I even stopped buying pre-builts a few years ago. Just, I got tired of trying to have to remember, like, what is this? What's in here? Do I have 9 RAM or do I have 14? I don't understand. My graphics card is a chicken tender, and it'll play solitaire just fine. Sometimes it gets a little laggy on Minesweeper. I don't know. I just got tired of living that life. So I don't know. Not this computer. I think the 2 I had before this. Like, I'm just gonna build my own. I was pricing stuff. I'm like, I think I can do it. I don't think it's all that difficult. I mean, I'm an idiot. I was an idiot to say that first time out the gate. Excuse me. But, you know, I did it, and it was fine. It wasn't amazing. I wasn't doing any, like... It was still just a lot of, you know, console emulation. PS1 and earlier, so it didn't have to be amazing. I wasn't doing a lot of online gaming, and I wasn't Steam gaming and streaming and all this other stuff, so I really didn't care. But then the next time I wanted to build a computer, I'm like, yeah, I think I could, you know, I just need to upgrade this, and then we're pretty much golden. And then the next time, which is the one I'm using now, that was just a... Let's take some time and actually think about this. And going back to our good buddy Phil, patron saint of streaming, you know, he brags that I used to build gaming PCs and run LAN parties, and, you know, everybody came to me because I was the guy. And you just, you know, he starts talking about it. It's like, you don't even know. You don't know the difference between RAM and ROM, do you, Phil? And he probably doesn't. See, so I'm not reinstalling things again. I'm just using it for internet browsing videos. Maybe a little data storage. Playing Suikoden on the Switch a couple weeks back. I was asking why it looks so ugly. I'm trying to explain it. You know, I don't even know what to say to that. You're right. And he's right. Everybody's right. I still really like 8-bit and 16-bit graphics. I really do. I think they are so very charming. And I don't need hyper-realistic whatever, you know, Keanu Reeves in my video game. I don't need that. I don't want that. I appreciate it when I can get it, but, you know, I just think there's something more endearing about the slightly crappy looking graphics. Like Fallout graphics. And I mean like Fallout 3 graphics. Excuse me. Thank you to give me my space. Like, Fallout 3 graphics are pretty horrible. Like, the faces don't always vibe with the animation and the intention, I guess. You never tell if somebody's angry. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. That I think there's something more charming about the rough around the edges stuff. Even if it's not rough around the edges, like the game we looked at for the state of the channel for the first of the month was Panzer Paladin, which is a modern game made to look like an old NES game, and it is great. Like, it looks really good. Even for what it is. Like, it's not a blocky mess like some other games can be. And then we did that Let's Play of Odalis, still not sure how to pronounce it. And it's done in, you know, NES, SNES, Sega 16-bit, 18-bit kind of vibes. And I think it looks great. That one Bloodstained game that is basically just a Castlevania thing, it looks really good. There's a game coming up on the poll for the next stream called Oniken. I'm sure it's pronounced Oniken, not Oni-Ken. I don't know for sure. But it follows, you know, kind of a 8-bit action platformer vibe. You could have a skeleton done in 6. Wow. Like, some people could, Tank. I am not one of those people. I am not graphically inclined in any way. Oh, hold on. We need some stuff. I wasn't prepared. Thought I was prepared. I was not prepared. We need... I don't have enough stone to make another pickaxe. That's a problem. Need that. I want some doit. Here's, speaking of graphics, like I've seen, and unfortunately I did pay for the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters, and I've only played most of Final Fantasy 1 at this point, but I gotta be honest, it looks almost exactly like the PS1 versions, which I think is what they built the Game Boy Advance versions off of. But I've seen clips, I've seen screenshots of some of the other games like Final Fantasy VI, and it looks terrible. It looks like garbage. If you like A and B screenshot of the same scene from the Super Nintendo version and the Pixel Remaster version, the Super Nintendo version just looks so much better. And I'm upset that I paid for it. But it was on like a really good sale, and I had just got my Switch, so I needed something to like just fiddle around with, you know, sitting on the couch, half paying attention to a terrible movie. So it was that, and I would have much rather done something like Bahamut Lagoon or Ogre Battle, but you can't get those on the Switch. If I could get Ogre Battle on the Switch, I'd be pleased as punch. But I'd have to emulate it. I don't want them to remake anything. I kind of want Square Enix to just stop making video games at this point. Can you imagine? So, I didn't read your message. I was busy talking. Sorry. I've also thought about, like, oh, it'd be fun to make a game. I can make a pretty good game. I've played enough games. I could probably do it. So, you know, you go and you get Game Maker and you sit down, and 2 hours into it, I'm like, all right, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I'm out. I have so much more respect for the indie developers. But nope. Don't want it. Get in the house, dum-dum. All right. There was one, and I don't think this is telling tales out of school here. If I thought it would be, I wouldn't say it, but it's been long enough, and everybody's really kind of moved on in our lives. But there was one point where the low bias gaming people all thought, like, we should make a game, right? Because Coolio is a really good programmer, and Ragnats was like working in the game industry at the time. I think he was working with Koei back then, and you know, just kind of doing QC. And Jade and Scarlet weren't really doing anything like that, but they were interested in it. So I thought, you know what? We could make a game. Like, we can get somebody to work on story development. Somebody else can work on this, and somebody else can work on this. And then I'm going to do the music, and Coolio's going to handle all the like mechanical work and the scripting. And, you know, we had this big thing. So I went and I dug this old keyboard out of storage and got it set up. I'm like, all right, I can work on some music for real now. Then it just kind of became a, well, waiting on this and waiting on this, and sorry I can't do it, I had to work, and oh, I had to start doing this, and I was sorry I'd have to move for my job, and got married, had kid, you know, life happens. You know how that goes. Stupid life. Ruining all my fun. But I could see that, excuse me, being something I'd be much more able to do, to be involved with, I guess. I don't want to do it all by myself. I think that's a terrible idea. I hear a spider. I see skeleton head. I think I am ready for game companies to stop remaking things. Back to your Final Fantasy IX thing. I have started recording a Let's Play of Bat and Kaitos Origins, which is a game I love, near and dear to my heart. Really like it. Really excited to start playing it. And they've got the HD remaster is available. Someone gifted it to me on Steam a while ago, and I picked it up on the Switch for myself, and I was all excited to play it. And then Eternal Wings of the Lost Ocean, it's not such a big deal, but they took out the English voice acting, and the English voice acting in Eternal Wings and the Lost Ocean is garbage. It's just bad. It is same people who did Star Oceans and all that, they made it, and it's that level of crummy. But then Bandai Namco took over Origins and Nintendo published it, and it is so much better. The English voice acting is amazingly good, and then they got rid of it. So it made me sad. Like, I don't know why you would do that, because it's all still there. It all still exists. So we're playing it on the hardware, playing it on the GameCube. Hi. Bonk. Bonk. No, more bonk. Reach for the shovel. Like that. Sundown. That's what you get for creeping around my back step. All right. We need a roof up on this bitch. Should probably mention there are new episodes of Dragon Quest XI out today. Anybody's interested in watching those, they are on the YouTube channel. They will also be on the website once the stream is done. And speaking of stream being done, I think we'll go another half hour or so. I don't want to turn my entire Sunday morning into streaming. Just, you know, I got so accustomed to doing our website work that I just woke up and came out here and was getting ready to get started. And as soon as I sat down to start the stream up, oh no, we don't have a website to work on because it's done. Now what are we going to do? find an oak tree is what I need to do. There might be one up there. Need to make a bed, too. That would be GRA great. Potatoes. I do have potatoes. Cook potato. Need to cook some fish. That's all I need to cook. I want to start planting. So. Oh. Need some fences. We'll need a bucket. Thinking of making some art for my channel. Tell me more. I have very rigid religious sensibilities and they need to be maintained at all times. Because this is one Sunday morning. I don't need no Jesus being mad at me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Just need a little more. Just need a little more so the sun can come up. We're gonna go. Need some sand. It's a good thing I don't have like a Darth Vader skin because then I wouldn't be able to get sand. Because he doesn't like sand. Well, I don't have Instagram. Oh no, you just said the same thing twice. I don't think you're on the up and up. Alex A. Smith. You're probably related to that Steven Smith guy. He's not very nice. You can tell me here. We got nothing to be ashamed of. We're all friends here. How many thousands of dollars do you want to make a 8-bit banner for me? Tell me all about it. What's the turnaround time? Do I retain the rights to any artwork you create for me? Will there be any hidden right-wing symbolism in this artwork? Will there be any apparent right-wing symbolism in this artwork? Will I possibly be sued by Viacom? These are all questions I need answers to. Are you sure you're going to want to associate yourself with the most hated man on the internet? Because I could probably find him for you. Why don't you give me your Instagram, Alex? So people can see your work. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I knew that was going to happen. lapis lazuli. I need some of that. This is not what I need to be doing. I need to be getting trees and sand. And I thought, silly me. Where's the sand gonna be? On the beach. That's a real ugly fish. And then what else, silly me? I don't have one of those where I live. I don't have a beach here. It's very sad. I think I'll fill this in. Make it a block or two deep. Turn it into like a little pond. I think that's a fine idea. I know we got one here, but this one sucks. Look, there's a guy in it. I don't want no guy in my pond. You have to come out and like, give him bread every day. It's so obnoxious. Just listen to him. Like I'm trying to sleep and he's just out there. I'm still here. I'm wet. I don't like it. But I'm resigned to my lot in life. Live in your pond. Ooh, I need a sheep. One. That sheep sucks. Sheep was broken. There's another one. There. God, all these sheep are slackers. Right, 3's fine. I can make that work here. We'll just make a red bed. Red Bed Redemption, that's what we'll call it. That'd be a good name for a game. Like a hotel management simulator. Red Bed Redemption. Original idea, do not steal. Are you a ghost? That was weird. There's no sand. I need sand to make winders. And I could, like, go underwater and get it, but yeah, digging underwater sucks. Both in real life and in video games. Should have taken the boat. Huh. I should turn this into a tourist destination. Come see the magic spring. There's none. There's a little bit over there. By the time I walk back and get the boat and come back, I could just walk over here and get it. So I'll just go over here and get it. Getting back might be it. Here. Here, look. There. You're kind of dumb. My God. If I could talk to the animals, they wouldn't want to hear what I have to say. Found some sand. It's alright. Do like sand. Because we're not one of them Anakin kids. Oops. I can bump the microphone. Look at that. There's some clay. I think that's clay. Pretty sure that's clay. Might not be clay. I'm not really aching to find out. God. That's not funny at all. I want this. Did I get this? I got that. All right, I think that's enough. It's enough for now, anyway. We'll have to make a sand farm later. I don't know if you could do that. I don't know if sand farms are a thing. Oh no, I'm the tiniest bit hungry. I thought that sheep was striped. But it was just two sheep nearly fused together. This is some of the new music that I think is pretty good. Alex, where'd you go? Wanted to hear all about your exciting new spiritual plan for my life. Or whatever it was. I didn't get any wood, damn it. That's what I left to do, wood. Got distracted and went 17 miles to bring dirt home. Not just any dirt, special dirt. Dirt blessed by the saints. As this is the first stream of the new year, I feel like I should probably mention. I feel like I've been mentioning it too much. I'm going to really ramp down on that because it is a thing now. The Patreon is up and running. And if you want to catch a full and complete Let's Play of Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance, you can do that over at the Patreon. It's $5. You can sign up for $3 if you don't want to spend the $5, and $3 lets you recommend games to go into the poll for the next stream. We've already got a list of 4. But if someone gets in a last-minute recommendation, I can stick it in the thing for tomorrow. Tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, we're going to stream again. We will look up trailers for the games that go on the list. I don't want to spoil anything by revealing them too soon, so I won't. Not that I think it would spoil anything, but still. But it's visit the website down there in the bottom left. All your questions will be answered. As long as they're not like trigonometry or something. Can't help you there. I don't think that's enough to do that. I don't think we can't make a bed. Because our wool isn't the same color. I think that's how that works. Red bed. Oh no! Damn it. I didn't think we were going to make it. Told you we needed to get a roof up on this bitch. My exact words. You can't stop me. I had an apple. God damn it. cheapo. There's a guy in the pond. Go bother him. There. Yeah, that's what you get. We're flying. Oh, great. Now it's raining. What else could go wrong today? Oh, real quick. Sorry, Alex. I just kind of feel like you dropped the ball, man. I was all ready for this exciting supernatural experience you had for me, and you left me high and dry. I'm gonna bounce on the bed, too. All right. Windows. Windows are nice. Windows are nice. We like windows. Whoop. God damn you. God damn you. That was mean. That is not what I needed in my life. What else could go wrong, he says. Hi. All right, there's a Jeep over there. Go say it. Go give him a hug. He'd love it. He's a very affectionate sheep. You have no idea. Oh, God. Get out of here. No, wait. You have string. We got to get a roof up on this bitch, as I said. Wood fell outside the house. And two, so now we do another window of 3. Because we like our symmetry here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's come in 1, 2, 2. Awake. Back to the wall and this way. Put a 3 space window here. Skip 2, 1, 2. All right, skip 1, 2, and then put in a 3. Okay, now this wall. What do we want to do with this wall? What do we got? What do we got to work with? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ugh. Gross. So we'll take these 2. 3 there. So it'd be quicker to use the axe. Faux show. But are you in a hurry? 1, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, we'll do that. Then if I change my mind, I can either do 4 in the middle or 3 on the sides. That's okay. That's per good. What do you want to make the roof out of? Wood is an obvious choice, but then it's all going to be the same color, you know, texture thing. I don't want that. Excuse me. I want it to be different. I want it to be unique. The nonconformists of America. Put you there. Wait, at least there's plenty of stone around, right? Hey! Been shanghaied. You work for the Trump administration, don't you? You decided to take all the boats. No one has seen boats like these before. They're the best boats. It's a terrible impression. It's okay, because he's a terrible person. About that unsanctioned kidnapping of a foreign leader, huh? That's the headline I wanted to wake up to the other day. Of all the people that could have happened to, it hasn't happened to him. Now I'm going to get a phone call. We need to have a talk. This is the FBI. Please don't send Cash Patel over. I'm afraid if he looks at me, I'll turn to stone. Hell. Well, we have enough sticks. We don't have enough string to make a bow yet. All right. Brave the weather outside. Oh God, it's raining horribly. I should go in. Not anymore. This asshole's still in my boat. That could have been the banner, Alex, but no, you dropped the ball. Could have been like the new Punch-Out meme. That creeper stole my boat. Go around the perimeter of the gravel here. And we'll take a shovel to the gravel. And we'll fill all this in with dirt. We can, I don't know, put in a gazebo or water feature. Some of that grass that grows real tall that you don't have to water. Or, you know, nothing. Just be talking out my ass. It's my job to fill space. Just Gotta yammer. It is my job as a Let's Player, streamer, whatever, to, I've taken out a jihad against dead air. You know, silence is not allowed, even though I secretly love it. Like, quiet. Not even for, like, introspective purposes. I just enjoy the sound of nothing. Kids on a YouTube video knitting hats. Guess who got to learn to knit hats to help them on their adventure. Help them fix the thing. Knitting is a skill that, you know, I could probably see myself getting into it. When I was a kid, you know, we're talking pre-electricity. You know, it was either you went and you found the kid with smallpox and you poked him with a stick until they told you to go away, or you found something else to do. And when I was a kid, I was given a latch hook kit as a gift. I don't remember what the occasion was. It's an odd thing to get as a gift, I think. But I remember really enjoying that. It was, you know, it was nice, kind of repetitive, but I latch hooked this, I don't know. When I was a kid, it seemed like it was 30 feet by 75 feet. It was probably like a foot by a foot and a half. But it was a thing of Ernie from Sesame Street, and I was real proud of that. I don't think I ever did anything after that, though. If I did, I don't remember it. I do think I may have knitted some... Yeah, pot holders. I remember doing pot holders. Mine weren't elastic, though. But I remember vividly having these pot holders, and they were like multicolored, like blue and green and yellow and red, and they were absolutely horrible. They were the worst pot holders in existence anywhere in the universe. You might be onto something. It may have been the same thing. It was a little it's like a little thicker than a shoelace. Like a nylon thread. But not... Yeah. Okay, we did the same ones. Yeah, they were awful. Those were horrible. And I think my grandma kept them like out in the kitchen, but I don't think she ever once in her life used them. Because she probably like, oh, we'll give them a try. Oh, God. My skin. Mark that down as one of those things that now we know we didn't make up. All right. Roof is started. We'll fill those in. I promise we'll fill those in. Because it looks crummy. Next thing we want to do, pull that out. Yes, you're very scary. Look at you in your little costume. Pull out all of these from the corners. I guess we could just pull them all out. It doesn't really matter right now. You got in and you can't figure out how to get out, huh? Because you don't got no arms. Didn't think this through, huh? to steal an airplane and they don't know how to fly. Yeah, it got awful dark around here. There. No probalo. Alright, so. Up this way. Should make some stairs too. Stairs are helpful with this stuff. And you know what? Maybe we'll do it different. Maybe we'll do it a little different. I think we'll do it a little different. How about that? Then I don't have to make stairs because I'm lazy. Oh God, my ankles. That little zombie. He's just waiting down there like the crocodile in Peter Pan. Because I'm going to get him. He's going to fall. I'm going to get him. A little dance, splashing in the water. We'll go about another 10 minutes today, folks. Not that I think it, anybody really cares. I think I want some breakfast, man. And according to my clock on Windows, it's 4:55 p.m. That means I slept through, God, everything. Still using Windows 10. I will never go to Windows 11. Ever, ever, ever. And when they did the last big, like, this is it. This is the last update you're ever getting ever. They screwed up the clock. Of course, they're not going to fix it. So I'm going to Linux, but my Linux is not anywhere near ready to stream and do stuff from. So I got to keep Windows around long enough for me to get my Linux set up enough to, do this stuff with. So I'll probably work on that a bit today. Got a little recording I want to do. We talked about Bat and Kaitos, so I want to put some time into that. I have started recording Metroid Fusion. That will be going up on the Patreon later in the year. So here's how the thing's going to work, and I don't know if I've explained this particularly great. Oh, hi. Did you? Nope. Okay. So Patreon stuff. Okay. Like we talked about early access and that. So what's going to happen is every month there's going to be a new Let's Play on the Patreon machine that's going to be relatively short. 15, 16 episodes at the most. Keeping them to 10 or 12 if at all possible. So right now, it's Harmony of Dissonance. There's also going to be GoldenEye for the N64. Circle of the Moon will come out later this year. Here it is. Just come this way. Destiny of an Emperor is coming out later this year on the Patreon. And then Metroid Fusion. I think I kind of broke him a little bit. That was weird. So I'll try and get a post somewhere that's going to have the schedule. So You know, if there's one particular one you want to see, you'll know when. I don't want people to. I'm so bad at this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so bad at this stuff. It's like, I want you to get what you want, and I don't want you to have to pay for it if you don't want to, and I don't want you to have to pay for more than you want when you want it. So I could set this up to where, like, you know, if you want to get it way, and when I say early, I mean like months early, right? So we're still doing the Let's Play of Dragon Quest XI. We're going to be doing that till April, and I think it's the end of April when that officially is over. And that's a long time to be with one game, but that game was over 100 parts, and I've got 135-hour playtime. Okay, so the Patreon thing was kind of a way to split that up if people wanted to have it split up, you know. We still do the streams, and the streams are a different thing. We do those every week. Now we're doing them twice a week with the Sunday ones. But there's a way for me to add the stuff to Patreon and just be like, if you want to do like a one-time thing, you can get it. So maybe I'll do that. I'm really bad with it, number one, because I don't quite know how it works. Number two, like I don't want to encourage people to use it, because I think that's, I don't know. It puts me in a difficult position. I was a salesperson. I was a salesman for a long time. I was very good at it. And there are days where I miss it. What I liked about it, and what I think made me good at it, is because, you know, I could put on a really good retail face, number one. Number two, I always treated it as a problem-solving thing. You know, the problem isn't that I want your money. The problem is you have something you want to do, and it's not working for you. How do we fix that? How do we make that thing work, right? And I think that's what made me good at it, because, you know, like, I don't care if I sell you the $4,000 thing or the $400 thing. Whatever's going to solve the problem you have is the thing you need. And so my customers liked me. Bosses were always a little, well, you could have got more out of them. Anyway, the one thing I've always been bad at selling is myself, which is where we're coming from with this Patreon thing, which is why, you know, I'm basically working against my best interests when I say things like, you know, if you only want to sign up for a month to get the one thing you want, I mean, that's fine. That's totally fine. I think you should. But then I'm also like, but that, you know, does not eliminate the point of what I'm trying to do here. And it might a little bit. I don't know. What am I trying to do, I guess, is the question I have not yet found an answer to. And it's not about, you know, it's not about me making more money. Because I make a good living. Bills are paid. There's bacon and eggs in the fridge, you know. Cats aren't threatening to eat me in my sleep because they're fed and happy. So it's not a thing that I'm doing to, you know, make money off of people. I don't want to do that. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure. This is why I'm bad at it. So here's the deal. Let me say it like this. If you want to do the thing, do the thing. If you want to sign up for Patreon and do the thing, then do it. Do the thing. Absolutely do the thing. If you want to do a month by month, do it. Great. It's phenomenal. There will be a new one every month. That has brought its own set of issues for me, because I'm like, oh crap. What am I going to do? I got to find games now. Which isn't going to be a huge thing. If you don't want to do it at all, don't do it at all. Honest to God. Don't, you know, $5, I don't, it isn't a lot, right? I mean, for some people, $5 is a lot, and I am totally open to, like, you know, I used to listen to a news show. It's a political show because I'm a political kind of guy. And this guy, when he had just started kind of doing it again, obviously they needed crowdfunding to help kind of pay for all the stuff. But what he did, and this is something I am totally on board with, they had what they called hardship memberships, which not the best name, but you know, I should have saved 3 of those. Basically, you know, if you want to be a member and you can't afford it, we'll give you a month for free, just so you can have it. And you know, it helped his numbers and it helped draw more attention to the program. So I get it. He's doing that for a different reason than I am. He was doing it because that's how we got paid. So I should say might. I'm going to do that. I just haven't sat down and really figured it out yet. So, but here's the schedule so far. We talked about the games coming out. Harmony of Dissonance is out right now. GoldenEye's coming out, I think, next month. And then Destiny of an Emperor. And then I think Circle of the Moon will be out. Fusion will be out sometime after that. I haven't got the whole year kind of situated. So here's what I will do if somebody wants one. You know, $5 is just out right now. I totally get it. There's no judgment. There's no judgment, ladies and gentlemen. There was a time in my life where I'm like, you know what? It's $5, but it's still $5. So if somebody wants a membership for a month, I'll give you a free month. Go find me on the Discord, which is link below, and then in the contact thing on the website. Find me over there. I'll give you a month. And if you want to wait for a specific month, I can do that. If you just want a month to have a month, I can do that. If you want to do that, though, I will encourage you, and see, this is me being bad at it again. I will encourage you to not do that right now, because right now there's only one thing that you're going to get access to, and that's Harmony of Dissonance. You might not even care about Harmony of Dissonance. You might think, Castlevania, who cares about that? That's a dumb show. I don't know if it's a dumb show or not. I don't think the first season looked bad. Anyway. That wasn't what I wanted, but that'll work. I want to do was right by you guys who take the time to watch these and support these and all that. And that's why the Patreon thing started, really, because I started streaming on everything, and then the only people who could support were the Twitch people, and that meant when we had viewer choice stuff, the only people who could do it were the Twitch people. And I didn't think that was fair to everybody else, so that's what the Patreon thing's for, to make it fair to everybody else. And if you have supported on Twitch or are currently supporting on Twitch and you want access to the early access stuff, let me know. And I can give you up to 12 months free. So if you've been a Twitch subscriber for a year, let me know. You get a year for free over on Patreon. So this is not something I'm doing to make me money. This is something I'm doing to give back to the people. That sounds so stupid. That's such a stupid phrase. But that's the idea, right? Folks who have taken the time and some of their cash to support me, I want them to get something out of it. Other than just, the whole 'tis better to give than to receive, but receiving's pretty good too. right? So I want to take care of you folks however I can. Okay. That's just about 2 hours, folks. That's about as long as I wanted to go. So we'll be back next Sunday morning for more Minecraft. And if there's a week that, like, yeah, I'm not feeling Minecraft, we'll play something else. You know, this is not a, this is not a rigid thing we do on Sunday mornings. There might be some Sunday mornings we don't do anything. You know, there might be a Sunday morning where we do go back and do some website work because there's some formatting stuff I want to do. There might be Sunday mornings we do nothing at all. It might not even stream, or we might just come and turn on some music and just bullshit, you know? We might just do stuff like that. We'll make some lights to hang from the ceiling one of these days. But in the meantime, we'll get out of here. Hate to turn off the music like that. We'll be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. We said we're going to watch the trailers for the 4 games. Hey, you know what? You know, you guys are here. You hung out. You stuck with it, except for Alex. What a jerk that guy was. So the 4 games that have made it into the poll for the next stream are Void Pyramid, Typing of the Dead, Oniken, however you pronounce it, I don't know, and the original Doom. So think about it. There will be a poll up on YouTube, maybe the website. It'll be one or the other, and if it goes on the website, I will post about it on YouTube. And then voting will start tomorrow after the stream, so basically Tuesday morning, and then we'll run it until next Sunday morning, and then whatever wins. That's the next game we're going to stream. So thanks everybody for joining me. This was a fun one. I want to thank the new folks. I thank Rhiannon for following over on Kick. Oh, we have other Kick followers. When did that happen?
And it's like, people need to get a life, dude. You know what I'm saying?
That font should be green. I'll fix that. So thanks, Testimony979. And...
oh, you know, it's just a basic multimedia package. Nothing special.
thanks, Vintage08. I'm going to work on that thing right now. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye now.